The 2007-2008 school year marked a new era for Hilton Athletics. Mike Girizzi took over as the district's athletic director and got a knock on the door from a spirited sophomore named Andrew Fowler almost immediately.
And I remember I sat with him in our conference room and we started to generate ideas, let's come together with a name. So Andy really took the ball rolling, and he was close friends with a strong core of seniors, and that group sort of latched on, and it sort of, the ball was rolling from there.
Fowler and Girizzi launched the cadet crew in time for the fall of 2007. Behind an enthusiastic senior class, the cadet crew took off during Hilton's overachieving 2007 football season.
When I first started high school, there was not a good fan base as there was when I was in senior year. The t-shirt sales were good to get everyone on the color spirit, and everyone liked going to the games and show off that. Instead of just a social event, people actually went to cheer on the people now.
Red, white, and black-clad crowds roared as the football team rallied from a slow start to win its homecoming game against Brockport, thanks in part to baseball player Nick Pappas' acrobatic touchdown catch, to advance to the postseason. Hilton upset McQuaid before falling in the Section 5 semifinals to Canandaigua at Paytech Park in downtown Rochester. The ensuing winter season, the Hilton boys basketball team did the football team one better, advancing all the way to the Section 5 Class AAA championship game as the number 5 seed, before falling to top-seeded Rush Henrietta at the Blue Cross Arena. Even though none of the cadets teams had quite gone all the way, fan support was at an all-time high.
I loved going to those games back in high school, especially senior year, with everyone's going out there. You became the top cheese on campus, and everyone followed you around, wanted to paint their chest just like you, blowing those blow horns. It was a great time. Probably very obnoxious to a lot of people, but it worked.
That senior class was a great senior class, very spirited. So it was exciting for me to come in brand new, and the crowds were there. I think that support caused our athletes to perform better. It was just an exciting time.
As the winter snow melted and the spring athletic season bloomed, the passionate cadet crew had high hopes for the baseball team to build on the increasing success of Hilton's Big Three sports teams and take the next step.
From the football team going to the semifinals versus Canandaigua, and then the boys basketball team going to the next step to the finals, it was just a matter of time for someone to win that season. The athletes and the fans were there, and baseball was the last physical thing, and it was just bound to happen that year.
Hilton returned 2 of the top starting pitchers in the county in juniors Jake Coleman and Gavin Black, with all-county catcher Allen behind the plate. Schwind became the team's 3rd pitching option, and he, Coleman, and Black each provided versatility that gave the cadets one of the best infields in the area.
It felt pretty good to start up a season, know that you could win some games based on talent alone. I thought we were going to go far. I'm like, this is going to be the year. This is going to be a great year.
Dan Herleman, the team's lone sophomore, also became a key part of the infield when he was named a starter before the season opener.
When Coach pulled me in after tryouts, he says, yeah, you're on the team, and I wouldn't be taking you on the team if you weren't going to play. You're going to have a very important role, and then that's when I thought I was going to be, oh, wow, I gotta step up my game. This is what I got to do.
Perhaps no player epitomized versatility more than Brian Duffy, who also played varsity soccer and basketball. After earning 2nd-team All-County honors as an outfielder as a junior, Duffy played primarily 1st and 2nd base as a senior.
Brian was the type of kid that you could just put him anywhere. He just wanted to play.
The funny part about Duffy, he does not pick up a baseball mitt until the first few weeks of March. And as soon as the season's done, he'll put the baseball mitt away and get the soccer ball out. He's one of the most natural athletes I've ever met.
3 more seniors, Nick Pappas, Mike Vowles, and Patrick O'Sullivan, manned the outfield, with guest appearances by junior Jeff Stanton, rounding out a lineup that made Hilton a popular preseason favorite. With high expectations came pressure, which the cadets embraced.
I think we understood that we were the best, and we thought we were the best. Not in a cocky way, we were just confident about how we played, and I think that's the reason that we did so well that year.
The 2008 season opened with home victories against Victor and Athena before the cadets headed to Walt Disney World's Wide World of Sports complex in Orlando for spring break. Hilton knocked off 2 Rochester private school powerhouses, Aquinas and McQuaid, in its first 2 games down south. The Cadets held a 3-2 lead entering the 7th inning against McQuaid, but scored 4 runs in the final inning, including a 3-run triple by Gavin Black to seal a 7-2 victory over the Knights. It was the moment the team knew it belonged at the top of Section 5.
We beat them, and it was kind of like, a statement game where we knew we were for real.
No one really in Hilton likes McQuaid, but yeah, we knew they were a good team. We knew we had to play our game, and after that game, we knew it was like, wow, okay, we're here. Let's go. Let's do what we do.
Hilton won its next 3 games before dropping its Disney World finale to Toms River South from New Jersey. All in all, the trip to the Magic Kingdom was a success.
The way we came out of Florida, we're like, we're good. And I bet you the people reading the newspaper clippings back up north were surprised.
Hilton returned home and won its next 5, racing to a 12-1 start by the end of April and outscoring its opponents 89-34.
We had a great lineup in terms of putting people in the infield and the outfield. Our catcher, Jeff, still the best defensive catcher I've ever played with. And our pitchers could do whatever they want pretty much, and you knew that the infield and the outfield was going to field the ball. We had a little bit of everything. We could, obviously your two most important things, pitching and defense, and we had that.
Pitching and defense were indeed the 2 primary fundamentals of Coach Jeff Murphy's philosophy, and he made sure his team knew it.
He did have a very authoritative style. He was a great manager of the game. He was a great manager of the practices, and he could get just as fired up as we could. Whether it was a good play or a bad play, he might have been the first out of the dugout to congratulate a kid.
He'll have his days where he'll keep you for practice for 2 hours, and then the other days we'll have practice for 4.5 hours. Like, he won't end practice until he's satisfied.
He's going to push you to your best, and at the end of the day, he's a good guy, great guy off the field. So nothing he says you can take personally. He's doing it in a constructive way. He's trying to make you better.
The first thing Coach Murphy did when he came in was showed the 7th and 8th graders that they're going to be here someday, and they're going to be varsity athletes, and they're going to win a sectional title.
He does a great job. X isn't always teaching the skill, does a great job, and he's got the buy-in of the kids and the vision of the program.
Murphy's lessons were tested following an abrupt mid-season halt. After their 12-1 start, the Cadets lost 3 games in a row, falling to Rush Henrietta, Greece Arcadia, and Athena in the first week of May.
I got on the guys pretty good. They knew that we shouldn't have lost 3 in a row.
I think at that point is when it really hit us that, we weren't invincible. We could beat by any team on any given day. So that really reeled us and put us in our place. It only made us stronger for the end of the season run.
We knew we were a good team. We hit a little bump in the road, but we had, Coach Murphy, who kind of maybe pressured us into turning it around. He knew we were a good squad, so he was able to push us into getting a focus, getting it back on track, and once we did, we were scary good.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7, John Schwind.
Part of Murphy's mid-season adjustments included rearranging the top of Hilton's batting order. Schwind moved from leadoff to third, switching with Coleman, getting speed on base in order for Hilton's top hitters, Schwind batting third, Gavin Black batting fourth, and Jeff Allen batting fifth, to produce more runs.
To have more power in the middle of the lineup to get our runners around was really key, and that's just another attribute to John. You can put him anywhere in the lineup and he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
We were fortunate to have some great leaders that year, and after those 3 losses, we got after it and turned it around, and the rest is history.
The Cadets would not lose again until mid-June.
And now it's time for the starting lineup of your Hilton Cadets.
Schwanke Field was the place to be in Hilton in the spring of 2008. The Cadets dominated on their home field, going 11-1 and outscoring opponents 95-28.
We believe that this is the best field in high school here right now, and it brings people down here. It's got an atmosphere with the press box going with the music and Andy Fowler's announcing, and it's just, I don't know, you just feel like you're in a ball game. You go to some of the other high school fields and it's sort of like Little League.
It's kind of intimidating for other teams coming here because you think we're kind of like a step above them in terms of just our field.
You got fans right behind the home plate supporting you, yelling, just cheering for you, and then you got the nice stand. You got Drew Fowler always, being into the game and helping you out with the music and, announcing games, and it's just a good atmosphere to play in.
Before he helped found and operate the cadet crew, Andrew Fowler had been a student assistant with the baseball program since he was a 7th grader in 2005. By 2008, he was running the scoreboard, music, and PA system at Schwanke Field.
My goal up here is to establish an atmosphere similar to a professional baseball stadium. Because if I up here treat this as the biggest thing ever, the players on the field that treat the game as the biggest thing ever. Come 4:30, 4:35 on game day down here, there's no place I'd rather be. I'd be sitting right here in my stool and right behind the mic, and it doesn't get much better than that.
The atmosphere in the crowd matched that on the field, thanks in large part to Fowler and an enthusiastic senior class.
A 2008 graduate group where I compare all our groups to them because they were so spirited and across all sports.
I loved the class of 2008. I wish I graduated with the class of 2008. The chemistry they had with each other, the lack of troublemakers they had there, and the school spirit they had with them was great. I don't think there's one teacher, one coach, or one administrator in the Hilton School District that didn't like that class.
I never really had any interest in baseball before, but I started going because my friends were going. I had friends and classmates on the team, and I heard about how successful they had been, and I just wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to witness it.
For the most part, lacrosse players and baseball players don't like each other very much. They got a rivalry for the spring season, but for some reason our class seemed to click where a lot of lacrosse players are friends with baseball players, and it's kind of unprecedented before. Obviously they were way more successful than we were.
I think it was a combination of, you know, a popular sport doing extremely well that, you know, maybe to a level that the school hasn't seen in a while, generated just a whole bunch of support from fans you didn't even think would be fans. But then our senior class, such school spirit, such school support for, you know, baseball guys, and everyone on the baseball team was well liked.
Fan support gradually increased as the season went on, and it peaked at just the right time. The Cadets ended the regular season on an 8-game winning streak, earning the Monroe County Division II championship and the top seed in the Section 5 Class AAA playoffs.